Hello, my name is Grant. Today I'll be explaining Hardwick's ownership and possession and what's the difference between them. So I will quote one thing from the reading. But in order to possess something, I must establish my relationship to this thing. For to possess something is to relate oneself to it, to use it, appreciate it, and understand it, cherish it, and care for it. So basically, what Hardwick was trying to get at in that quote was, I can possess something and own something, but to possess something, I have to cherish it. I have to build a relationship with it. I can't just be, you know, oh, I own this thing, but I don't use it. No, to possess, it's two different. You can own something, but to possess the thing that you own is totally different. So say for instance, I own boxing gloves, right? I own them. I paid for them. I use my money for them. I am a consumer and I paid for boxing gloves because I thought I was going to use them. But I really haven't started using boxing gloves yet, you know? I haven't really started fighting. I can use that thought in my mind that, well, okay, I'll start tomorrow, but I haven't really possessed it. So that's kind of the difference. Like, using that example was like using boxing gloves. And then I want to quote another thing from the book or the reading. As we get more, we do not become happier or more satisfied. So this kind of ties into money related kind of stuff, because if I own more phones, and what am I going to do with all those phones? I'm not going to become more happier. Or if I own more cars, yeah, man, that might bring me some more joy, but that won't fulfill my happiness if I don't use the cars. So ownership is hollow, but possession is fulfillment. And I fulfill myself by using that item that I own. That's kind of like an example. And then one example that I liked from Dr. Deaton is the analogy. An 110-pound adult should not waste their time or money buying offensive lineman pads. Maybe their bliss is singing, painting, or computer programming. So it's basically like limits of like what you can actually possess. So I own ski stuff. Why would I spend all the money on owning ski stuff when maybe my calling is, I don't know, making food or something? It's kind of a dumb reference, but like, what it's basically trying to get at is there's limits to things you can possess. Like, there's purpose for everything, but that purpose might not be for you. Your purpose might be something else, kind of. That's like the best way I can kind of explain that, because like, you could only do so much in this lifetime. You can't become an NFL offensive lineman at 150 pounds. Maybe you should play wide receiver or something like that if you're fast enough. Like, there's limits on what you can achieve in life and what you can possess. You can own the pads, but what are you gonna do with the pads if you're not good at it, or if you can't reason that you can actually become an NFL offensive lineman? If you can't reason with that, if you can't possibly think that you can't, if that you can be a offensive lineman, then what's the point of owning it? You can own it, but you're not gonna possess it. And how this relates to me, one thing that I kind of like own is my camera. It's a $3,000 camera, and I barely use it. I came to the realization that what's the point of me like buying a camera if I'm not gonna even use it? Because at first I used it a bunch because I thought I was gonna be like make some money off it, but the more I get into it, the more it's harder for me to get clients and harder for me to actually make money from it. So I kind of gave it up because I realistically like couldn't like find myself like doing this a lot. But one thing like I kind of possess is my Bible. This is a book I kind of like read every day. I am religious, so it's kind of obligation for me to be possession of it, but it's all like choice based. I would say I possess it because I read it every day, and the more I read it, the more I learn about Jesus and my religion. So I feel like I possess that book because I use it to my advantage, and I use it to learn things about my religion and to become a better Christian and to become more religious. So that's a thing that I possess. And then this reading, it taught me a lot, I'll be honest, because I didn't realize how much things I don't like use. Like I realized the things I own but I don't possess, kind of, because I own a lot of clothes or a lot of things. Like I have these vinyls that I don't even put on my vinyl record. Like I don't even put on the vinyl thing. I have the disc, but I don't have the actual like box where I can play the music. So what's the point of me having it? You know. So those are the kind of the differences between ownership and possession. I like this reading. Again, it taught me a lot about like owning things, you merely owning it and actually possessing it and actually using it to your advantage, so that you can master the tool that you want. And he also like said like you can only work so much on the thing that you want to possess, because there's other things in your life that you have to choose, kind of like you have to do, like work and sleep. You can't merely devote all your time to one thing and then expect to possess the other, like a bunch of other things, because that's not realistic. So thank you.